I know because
Cold open question of the week, Gary.
yes, sir.
If you had $1 million to donate to any charity of your choice, which charity would it be?
Ooh, probably be like cancer. The
Cancer.
the what is it? The new one now, the cure for cancer, something like that. Whatever the NFL does.
Ugh.
It's not the breast cancer one anymore. It's like the all inclusive. That's the one I would do.
All-inclusive cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You're an equal opportunity
You're dang right
cancer.
I am.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about some fundraising tonight.
Sounds fun.
Let's start the show before you have to go again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, tonight it is the Brian Lennon Show, episode 60, the one about fundraising. And yes, once again, we're having technical difficulties with our show open. And I'm actually meant to have you run the music through before we started tonight, but then you were having other issues. So then I forgot. Then I was watching a
Oh,
Goldberg and Sting WCW matchup, and I got totally engrossed in that. Didn't even see you were sitting there waiting for me.
yeah, I know what it's this stupid I don't understand why it shouldn't.
Are you sharing your screen?
I was. Do you not hear the
Okay.
music?
No, I can't hear it.
I give up. I quit. I'm done.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Just all right.
Oh my God.
All right. So Gary, what I want to talk about tonight is Barbie, the movie. I went to go see that over
I
the
did have
weekend.
my pink shirt on before, but that I had to get changed.
I am wearing my Portland Frank t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice, very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll talk about Portland Frank at the V spot. And then we're going to talk about, for the fun of it all, some discussion about fundraising and
Okay.
charities, things of that nature. And then I think we have some court related conversations involving both of us to discuss, and then some other updates on my doctor visits and whatever you have.
Oh,
Your screen is live, but you are not. I can't hear you. Now I can hear you.
I'm losing my.
I heard that.
Oh yeah, no, I got everything.
Did you
working.
press a button or was that something else?
No, that was the.
Oh, tonight on the Brian Lennon Show. It's episode 60, the one about fundraising. Tonight, we're going to discuss Barbie, fundraising, the Maui fires, and Gary's brush with the law. All right, so now it's an official episode. We have our intro back. Gary, why don't you inform our 7 listeners exactly what you were doing before you came on the air tonight?
Losing my shit, literally. No, I don't know what's going on with this thing now. I set it all up like I always did, and for some reason it's not connecting. Then I'm like looking at my Zoom, and the thing's showing, oh, you only got 40 minutes, and I'm like, seriously? I'm like, so hopefully that is not true. And I'm sitting here, and of course, we decided eating a little healthier, so
Mm.
we were eating some salad tonight, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, my stomach's not feeling good at all. And I trusted into something I shouldn't have, and that was it. It was like brown lightning.
Because I was waiting for you, and then I saw you enter. It said like the host has joined,
Yeah.
and then nothing.
I opened it up, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh my god, no!" And I just ran.
So then I got out and came back in because I had used like an old link. I thought maybe that wasn't working.
Well, no, it was funny because I
You
didn't know you. I When you said you were on already, I thought maybe you were just on your computer and waiting for me to send you a link. So I went. I did my normal thing, sent the link, but it's all the same link anyway. And yeah, no, I trusted in something I shouldn't have, and it hurt. I was like running through the house.
you it sounded like you barged in. Your son was in the shower and
Well, yeah, I went running into the
would
room.
not.
And I was like, "Oh no, the
It would
door!"
not wait.
And I was like, "I don't care. I'm not waiting. I gotta go because the one toilet still needs to be fixed. It doesn't fill up, so it's like,
Oh boy.
yeah, everything. It's a plumbing disaster here.
In more ways than one.
Exactly. And then here I am drinking beer now too, so that should help. That should really work out nicely.
All right. All right. Gary, before we get to the topics for this evening, and we're going to discuss fundraising, which is people asking for money,
Mm-hmm.
typically for charities, good causes. I just want to remind people that you can subscribe to the Brian Lennon Show on Substack for free,
Yeah.
no charge. Once a week, we come to you. We give you at least an hour of some lighthearted conversation and discussion. And but there's also a paid subscription if you're so inclined,
Yeah.
which we won't refuse that.
Exactly.
If you feel the entertainment we provide is worth $1 a week,
Exactly. $1 a week.
$1 an hour, if you break it down to that way. And that doesn't even include any of the writing, although I've been a little slack on the writing lately.
And you think we're almost like a type of a charity. We give out advice sometimes, so it's like
Right? We've
you you might feel depressed and listen to us and be like, oh, that guy shit his pants. So my life is pretty good.
Life's not that bad. I've heard about Gary and Brian's life.
Yeah.
Life's not that bad. All right. So just I always forget to do those plugs for our own show.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to get that in. All right. Gary, I saw Barbie this weekend.
Did you? Okay. I was wondering when you texted me. I figured that was that you had gone to see it. I actually had a pink shirt on today that I wore for work, and I was like, "Ooh, this works out perfect." Because I figured he was going to want to talk about Barbie. So, but yep, I had
So I took my niece because I had promised her like at the end of school when I had heard that there was a Barbie movie coming out. Told her, "Oh, I'll bring you to the Barbie movie." So she didn't forget. So this past weekend, I took her, Bernie, and Ruby to see Barbie.
Okay.
And there's been, as anyone probably knows, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably listen to other podcasts or read websites. There's been a lot of discussion of Barbie in the broader culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of stayed away from watching or listening or reading any of it because I wanted to kind of see the film with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Before I made any sort of judgment or commentary on the film. Um, so first of all, I will say overwhelmingly, I think the message of the movie is kind of a mixed message.
Okay.
I don't think they really know what they want to say. I feel they're maybe arguing both sides at certain points.
Okay.
All right. I thought it was cleverly done because you're using a toy kind of to express a message about culture, feminism, the patriarchy, which was a big word in that movie, the Supreme Court, which they focus on heavily, the president, which they focus on heavily as well. So it was, uniquely done. I thought that was kind of a good way to introduce some of these topics. But to me, there seemed to be some very negative connotations toward motherhood.
Okay.
Kind of the continued battle between men and women that we have to be opposing,
Mm-hmm.
that we can't work together. It's either, one or the other.
Yeah.
Um, even hints of, I guess, asexuality, because Gary, if you know, and I'm sure you have, if you've looked, in Ken's shorts
Mm-hmm.
or under Barbie's dress, there's no genitalia there.
Exactly.
Exactly. Um, so they mix that in as well to the movie. And then again, like I mentioned too, like Barbie lives in Barbie land,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sort of a utopia where it's run by women. And I guess they're trying to make it seem like a alternative to the patriarchy, quote unquote, of the real world, which is the world we live in.
Yeah.
So women are in charge. Women have all the power. It's a woman president. The Supreme Court is fully staffed by women judges, and everyone's happy.
Fantastic.
But I guess there's some sort of connection from Barbie Land to the real world because they're dolls. So if their owner, I guess, or the person who's playing with them,
Yeah.
has any negative effects or thoughts, that's where trouble starts. And that's basically the premise of the movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, have you heard or seen anything about the movie? I know you haven't seen the movie, but what have you heard about the movie?
No, I've heard people talking about it, but nothing like not as much detail as what you just went through. Like I've heard people like talking about like with her mood or whatever, and all of a sudden she goes from one to like all happy to like all like depressed or something, and she needs to get to the real world or something. That's I've never heard much. Something about her too, where she starts walking normal or something like that too. She's not walking up on her tippy toes anymore.
She
Or
gets
something
flat
like that.
feet, yeah.
Yeah, she gets like that's pretty much all I've really heard about. So now I don't know. I don't know if I'll maybe when it comes onto my cable, maybe I'll watch it then. But I don't know. We'll see.
Was she in the Wolves of Wall Street?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
She was also Harley Quinn.
I know she was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. My favorite part of the movie, I guess, was when America. I think her name's America Ferrera, right? Ugly Betty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
She kind of gives a rant. I don't remember if it happens in Barbie Land or the real world, but she basically gives a rant. It's kind of both sides. It's she's ranting about women, she's ranting about men.
Yeah.
And that to me was kind of the most truthful part of the movie. And so then kind of everything aside of that, it's kind of a muddled message. Um, and I talked to because Lucy saw it as well, and I talked to Ruby saw it obviously, so I talked to them about it too, and Lucy agreed that it was kind of a mixed message toward women, I guess, as yeah.
All right. So it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Your niece liked it.
She liked it.
That's all it really matters, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
will not put hers in.
when I was trying to talk to her about the patriarchy and feminist propaganda, she kind of was just giving me blank stares. But she starts first grade in
I was
a
gonna
few
say
weeks,
that.
so
Okay.
maybe after
Probably just a little over her head right now.
All right. I'm wearing my Portland Frank shirt that I picked up at the concert on Friday.
So you went?
We went.
Who went with
Now,
you?
of course, we had another excuse to add to our collection
Oh boy.
for listeners who are keeping track.
Yes.
The cat died.
Oh, that's right. That's this one. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if I had that on my bingo card.
No.
But and again, I've lost a pet.
Mm-hmm.
It is sad. It's heartbreaking.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of still just go on, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I guess
you're not taking your 3-day bereavement, are you? I mean,
there's probably companies that do give
I'm sure
pet bereavement.
I'm sure there is.
That'll be the next big thing, Gary.
There are some kooky people out there that
Pet bereavement. I'm sure Chewy does.
Well,
Chewy, you probably get a bereavement day for the pet.
That's it. Yep. Maybe in a pet store.
Joey came to the show.
Okay.
He gave it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, nice. All right.
He enjoyed himself.
Good.
I met one of the kids I coached, like in Little League. What was that face for?
It's telling me our meeting's going to end in 10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
We're going to have to do
So will it end or will it just stop recording? I see the time remaining.
Yeah, it's up there. I don't know if it'll stop recording or not. I have no idea what it's going to do.
So I guess we'll just play it by ear.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do 2 parts.
We could do that, yeah.
This will be part 1.
And then I'll see if I could, redo another one.
All right. So I see it says 9 minutes and 22 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We're exploring new territory here tonight.
I have to figure something out now.
Oh, Gary, we had a new shot I've never had at the bar.
Oh yeah?
Green tea.
Oh yeah, those are good.
You've had those?
I have. Yep.
All right. I know peach schnapps is in it. What else is in it?
Oh man, I don't know, but I'll look it up. But they are
delicious.
Yeah, they are fantastic. Actually, the guy who did our yard here, he introduced us to that shot, and I was like, "Dang, this could be dangerous." Let's see, classic green tea shot, peach schnapps and sour mix in a cocktail. Method combine the whiskey, peach schnapps, and sour mix. That's what this one recipe says. So
there's whiskey. I didn't taste whiskey.
So this is a green tea shot with Jameson whiskey, green tea shot cocktails. So I mean, there might be a couple different ways to make them, but yeah, this one I see. Yeah, a lot of them I see. It's this one here has lemon lime soda, whiskey, peach schnapps, and sweet and sour mix.
There might have been sweet and sour mix.
But you know what? Depending, like if it's mixed properly, you won't taste the whiskey.
Yeah.
It'll just be a combination.
I mean, I'm not a fan of whiskey, but I didn't taste whiskey either. So
okay.
I might have to go back and watch them make it. I'll do that for you, Gary.
There we go.
All right. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah, well, like I said, when I first had one, I was like, man, this is some good stuff.
All right, and then we also had this past weekend on Saturday, we had our 3rd annual fishing derby that our family hosts for memory of my father-in-law and uncle-in-law, so Tom and Bob. And we had over 90 kids registered for that.
Nice. Very nice.
Biggest fish was a 12-inch catfish.
Wow.
And the girl who caught it kissed the fish.
Oh, lovely.
It's a real cute picture.
Fantastic. Now, did they where was this at?
We were at Merle Cernowski Park. Or are you talking about the green tea shot?
No, I knew where the green tea shot was. I was asking about the fish. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I could.
You're still looking up the green tea shot, but
No,
trying
I'm
to have a
looking. I'm
conversation
looking
about
up to
something
see how
else.
much this would be if I just renewed this thing or whatever, bought it.
Oh,
It's about 150 a year.
well, you know what? If we had 3 subscribers,
See, yeah.
it would pay for itself.
Save us, people. Save us.
All right. Well, we'll finish part 1. We have about 5 minutes left. I don't want to get into let me add this story, Gary, because this will be a quick one. So at the bar, we ran into the kid I coached,
Mm-hmm.
okay, who just turned 21. Obviously, he was, on teams with Joey. And then one of a coworker of mine from how I know Chad and Marty, he tells me, did you hear Linda died? One of our coworkers.
Oh, jeez.
And I worked very closely with Linda because her and I had the same position for a time.
Okay.
Right before I left. So we kind of went through training together, and it was kind of a new position for the company, and got to know her very well. Wonderful woman, like lively, older, but very lively, positive, full of life.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened to her? He's like, she just died. She like went to bed, never woke up.
Wow.
I guess her boyfriend, her companion, Bruce, was calling and no one was answering her phone. So he went over and checked on her, and she was in the bed dead.
Wow. Hey, you never know. Jeez.
Yeah. And she had a very interesting life. She was a stewardess, flight attendant, uh, and she flew with presidents, King Hussein.
Oh, wow.
So she was all over the world, lived, in different parts of the world. Um, had lots of interesting stories, when we worked together.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, R.I.P. to Linda Little.
Oh, yeah. Man, that is some crazy stuff.
Gary, WrestleMania tickets for Philadelphia are on sale. The pre-sale is on.
Okay.
You want to take a guess at what price the tickets are
Ooh. All right. Let's
for the
say.
pre-sale? Now these are all in the lower bowl section
Okay.
of the
All at the bottom. Okay. So
stadium.
I'm gonna say they're probably ranging from like $700 to $1,000.
$750
Okay.
to $1,500.
Oh, okay. My range was off a little bit, but it was right there.
And now that's not even the resale market.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't. Oh, man, I don't. Yeah, I don't
And
think.
that's for one night. That's like for Saturday night. That's
Oh,
not even
that's
for
just only
like,
for the. Oh my. Oh, so that's not.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like,
not even
oh,
like
you got the same seat both nights.
Oh my. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
Well, that's what I'm kind of worried about, because now I'm thinking you're probably looking at least $200 for any other seat.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
And that's if you get it before, the resale,
Yep.
secondary market
Mm-hmm.
hits. Or do I stay at home and watch it on my big screen TV with all the snacks I can possibly shove in my mouth?
Exactly. That's probably the best bet. Cheapest bet. No, yeah, it's okay. Well, yeah, because then you got to think too. You'll be able to see better.
I'll
at
see
home.
everything. I'll have the commentary.
Yeah, where when you're there, if you're all the way up the nosebleeds for $200-300 a ticket, you're not seeing jack.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know.
where
So I have
now where
some
are they having it? Are they having it at the like indoors or out?
the link. The link.
Okay, they're having it at indoors. All right.
Yeah.
Oh
So it's
no, that's
outside.
the outside one. That's the
Yeah. I don't
Eagles.
want to say their names.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. We don't talk about their names. All right. We have a minute to go, Gary, here on part 1.
Yep.
This is like, I feel like I'm in Oppenheimer again. We're watching this clock tick down,
New Year's.
not knowing exactly what will happen.
Yeah, and I don't even because now it just stopped. It just says I just have less than a minute, so I don't even see a
Okay.
timer or anything
See,
anymore.
I see a timer. We have 40 seconds.
Oh, so yeah, I don't even have.
So this may just cut off.
Possibly. I don't think I've ever
It,
been on one when it.
it re- yeah, it reminds me of the Blog Talk Radio. Remember, they used to give us an hour
Yeah, and then it shrunk.
live, and then they cut it down to 30 minutes. But we would still record for an hour, and people had to hop back on to listen to the last half hour. So we are here at 10, 9, 8. It's like I'm Dick Clark all of a sudden. Everyone, thanks for listening to part 1 of the Brian Lennon Show. We'll be back with part 2.